A trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home was released in January 2019, and it stars someone that we're all excited to see playing the titular role again, Tom Holland.
What just happened?
Regarded by some as the best Spider-Man ever, Stan Lee even once tweeted that Tom was exactly what he envisioned when he first wrote Spider-Man. The British actor has made millions from the Marvel franchise, but if you stick around until the end, you'll be pleasantly surprised to hear where exactly he's putting his money to work. Now, before our Spidey senses start tingling, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to The Richest for more millionaire spending habit videos. Now, this is how Spidey, Tom Holland, spends his millions. Tom was born on June 1st, 1996 in Kingston-upon-Thames in the United Kingdom. Luckily for him, he was born into a family where being in the arts was encouraged. His mom, Nicola Frost, is a photographer, and his dad, Dominic Holland, is a comedian. According to Tom, he used to pretend to be Spider-Man in his bedroom when he was 5 years old. So you could almost say that he's been preparing his whole life for the iconic role. But he had an exciting career long before he donned the red and blue suit. It all started when Tom began to take Saturday hip-hop classes at the Nifty Feet Dance Studio in Wimbledon. The owner of the school, Lynn Page, was an associate choreographer for the 2000 hit movie Billy Elliot. After being spotted at the Richmond Dance Festival in 2006, Tom was asked to audition for Billy Elliot the Musical. He didn't have any professional training in theater or ballet, but his natural ability and stage presence impressed the director nonetheless. He began to train intensively in ballet, and after 2 years of hard work and many auditions later, he finally made his West End debut as Billy's best friend Michael in Billy Elliot the Musical. Just a few months later, he was recast as the lead in the musical. He played the titular role in the West End's Billy Elliot the Musical in rotation with a few other young actors for nearly 2 years. While Tom received massive praise for his role in the musical, finding success at such a young age wasn't all fun and games. He was sometimes bullied and harassed by his peers for being a dancer. It probably didn't help that he was playing a character who dreamed of being a ballet dancer. While we think it's amazing that Tom learnt ballet for the role, kids can be unnecessarily cruel about things like that. Thankfully, the bullying never deterred Tom from doing what he loved. Plus, the experience helped him to connect with playing the part of the nerdy Peter Parker later on in his career. Young Tom found a group of friends at school who accepted him for who he was, and he just ignored the bullies and made the best out of his situation. While still playing the role of Billy, the talented actor went through 4 or 5 auditions for the role of the eldest son of Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor in The Impossible. According to Tom, the director of the movie had said that he knew Tom would get the part after watching his first self-tape for the role. He, of course, did land the part of Lucas in the 2012 movie, which was his feature film debut. Acting alongside 2 of Hollywood's biggest actors, you couldn't even tell that it was Tom's first time in front of a camera. He gained critical acclaim for the role and was even nominated for many prestigious awards. Tom was 16 years old when the movie was released. You're probably thinking that he immediately dropped out of school and moved to LA to ride on that wave of success, right? Well, after hearing from several actors that their biggest regret was not finishing school, Tom made sure to make school his #1 priority. He completed a 2-year course in theater at the BRIT School for Performing Arts and Technology in England. While doing Billy Elliot the Musical, Tom had an inkling that he wanted to work in the performing arts world when he was older, but it was only after he did The Impossible that he realized he wanted to act in movies for the rest of his life. Tom continued to act professionally here and there, but everything changed in 2016 when he debuted as Spider-Man in Captain America: Civil War. While he only had about half an hour of screen time, moviegoers and Marvel fans were hooked on his portrayal of the normal teen-turned-superhero. And then, in 2017, Spider-Man: Homecoming was released, officially cementing Tom Holland's place in superstardom. Like we said earlier, this Hollywood actor loved Spider-Man as a kid and pretended to be him all the time. Tom even posted a picture on Instagram back in 2015 of him holding up his first ever Spidey costume, which he reportedly always slept in as a child. When asked sometime around 2012 if he'd ever want to play a superhero, Tom replied that he would love to play someone like Spider-Man within the next 10 years. As if by magic, this offhand comment somehow manifested into reality before his 10-year deadline was up. And what's next? Tom said in a 2017 Facebook live stream that he would love to play James Bond. He's even asked Sony to make it happen for him. But even if Holland doesn't get to make it big as Bond in the future, he's pretty set for life thanks to his Marvel role. Right before we get into his spending habits, let's just take a moment to look at how much he's earned over the years. According to a few sources, Tom Holland is worth approximately $4 million. He reportedly made $500,000 for his 2-year West End stint on Billy Elliot the Musical. The Impossible is said to have given him another $70,000. Then he reportedly pulled in $250,000 for his 30 minutes of screen time in Captain America: Civil War. We're not sure what his Spider-Man solo movie numbers are exactly, but some believe that he was paid at least $1.5 million for Spider-Man: Homecoming. Since the movie was so well received, we can only imagine that he was paid much more than that for Spider-Man: Far From Home. Then add in the movies and TV shows that he's done in between, and that's how he's made roughly $4 million in the last decade. Full disclosure before we move on, we're not finance experts, so take these numbers with a grain of salt. It's not like Tom's bragging about his salary all over social media. Heck, he's not even bragging about the lavish lifestyle that he's been living now that he's a millionaire. To be honest, he's not splashing his cash around that lavishly, but he has treated himself to a few expensive items. For starters, he bought himself a flat in London in 2017 that happens to be just 5 minutes away from the house he grew up in. In fact, Tom revealed during an interview with Ellen DeGeneres that it was actually his mom who found the place for him. He had been looking for a place to call home for 2 years and was even toying with the idea of moving to LA, but London is ultimately where his heart wants to be right now. While buying the 2-bedroom place must have been an easy feat for this multi-millionaire, Tom admitted that filling up his new place with furniture was a stressful process. He didn't realize how much stuff he would need to buy, but one thing that he knew for sure would need to be included in his new pad was several Spider-Man pop figurines. During a 2017 Facebook live chat with People, Tom said that he had 3 pop figurines of his Marvel character in his bathroom and that his apartment has become a bit of a Spider-Man shrine. He's a bit embarrassed by it, but hey, we'd do the same thing if we were playing such an iconic character. Of course, a sweet flat in London is not complete without a sweet ride or two to store in the garage. Tom tweeted out in August 2018, officially buying a motorbike. Sorry, Mum. He never posted what kind of motorbike he was getting, but we're sure that it set him back a couple $1,000s. But he probably spent a lot more on the Audi that he likes to post about on Instagram. Judging by these 2 pictures, Audi seems to be Tom's car of choice both when he's filming in LA and when he's across the pond in the UK and Europe. Considering that Tom was in an Audi commercial back in 2017, he very well may have been gifted a luxury car or two from the German automobile manufacturer, or maybe he even gets free Audi rentals for life. But if not, an Audi could have set him back more than $70,000, depending on the model and extra features. We can't talk about Tom's home life without mentioning his uber-adorable sidekick, his dog Tessa. The two have been together since 2014, and Tom regularly posts adorable pictures of her on his Instagram page. He's even brought her along as his date to a couple of press junkets. But Tom has another sidekick in his life that he tries to keep as close as possible, his best mate, Harrison. He wanted to keep him so close that he actually put him on payroll as his assistant so they could enjoy the craziness of Tom's life together. In Tom's own words, it was just a way to have my best mate with me through this journey, to enjoy it with him and have that same excitement and buzz we would have had as kids, going through an experience like that. How sweet is that? Tom knows how fortunate he is to have the life that he does, and Harrison helps keep him grounded and humble. No one knows how much Tom pays Harrison, but we can imagine that he's fairly generous when it comes to his best mate's salary. And the actor isn't just generous with his BFF, he's trying to use his influence and popularity to help change the world. In 2017, Tom and his brothers, with the help of their mom and dad, launched a charity called the Brothers Trust. The trust aims to run a number of events each year with the intent of donating the money raised to different charities. The Brothers Trust also aims to give their funds to charities who can best demonstrate the most effective use of funds to profit the people in need and not on bloated administration. Their first ever event was a private screening of Spider-Man: Homecoming with Tom, his brothers, and 120 lucky winners. For their second event, the Holland brothers raised nearly $55,000 to help fight the disease EB. They've even donated over $40,000 to help purchase a school bus in Africa to help transport children to and from school. All this goes to show that Tom may have the bank account of a 1%er, but he's still doing all that he can to help those in need. In March 2018, Tom also surprised kids at a hospital in LA with $1 million worth of toys that were donated through the Marvel The Universe Unites charity campaign. Not only do the kids all get their very own Pop Spiderman figurine, but Tom also spent some time with them. He said that the experience was inspiring and admitted that these kids are the real-life superheroes. So to recap, he's rich, he's talented, he has a heart of gold. But it looks like Tom Holland still needs some help from his peers from time to time. According to Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor in Avengers Infinity War, he had to buy Tom's drinks every time the cast would go out together after filming. Now, Chris wasn't doing this because he's worth tens of millions of dollars more than Tom. He did it because the bartenders never believed that Tom was old enough to drink. While Tom was in his early 20s while filming the movie, Chris said in an interview that the Spider-Man star looks about 12 when he's clean-shaven. Tom does have a baby face, but he's probably still proud of the fact that Thor bought him drinks on multiple occasions. Keep your eyes peeled for Tom in Spider-Man Far From Home, scheduled to be released in the summer of 2019. It's sure to be a movie that you won't want to miss. And that's all for how Spidey, Tom Holland, spends his millions. Is Tom your favorite on-screen Spider-Man, or do you prefer Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield's version? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.